Hey, it's skycat.live. It's 6:45 in the morning. It's 11/3/2024, and I am up. I'm rested. I'm caffeinated. I'm ready to go to work. It's 6 in the morning, 6:45 in the morning, and we'll be doing some Rust and some EvE and some FFXI. uh, I'm gonna play some Rust. Terrain generation, Rad Town. Yeah. Anyways, I'll be playing some Rust today. Gonna be getting in here. I'm gonna switch it off the big face here, and yeah, I gotta turn on my other monitor. Oh, there we go, and I'm in. Nice. I like how fast that was. I really like how fast that was. Let somebody else pay the hardware costs. You guys don't really make stuff that well. No, that was wrong. I thought the sound was on. Oh, no, I need you to actually, I need you to actually show me the fucking taskbar. I need you to actually show me the volume bar that I asked for, too. You worthless piece of shit. Yeah, I need you to show me the volume bar I just asked for. Yeah, like, I know you have it on the other screen, but I don't care. You need to do something about that. Wow, I need you to show me the volume bar. Yeah, I need you to show that to me. No, I need you to actually show it to me. Thank you. You suck so much dick, Windows. I hope you full-blown fucking fail and disappear. I hope you full-blown fail and disappear. I don't know how else to say it. Nice, there's two people on here. I don't care who the other person is. I am naked. I'm gonna need tools. $812. Let's do kit / kit. Redeem. Good. Actually, rather than that crossbow, I'll take the bow. Yeah. And I want you to turn on. Well, the furnace needs to be on. I'm gonna have to go chop wood, I think. That's okay. Not bad though. Got a lot of metal. 1,800 metal frags. That helps with the upkeep. Yeah, we're looking good. 1 day, 18 hours. It's mainly wood. Okay. I gotta change my title. Yup. I need you to come over here. Thank you. And come on here. I'm drinking on a Saturday night. We're gonna do Starfield. Oh no, and I'm gonna do Rust. Rust, hardcore zombies. FFXI, Horizon, no, just Horizon, and EvE Online. There we go. We're gonna cut. We're gonna paste. We're gonna run. Rust. Rust. Yep, 7,000 views, not bad. We're going up under these, good, and then we're going to live streaming. Excuse me. Rust Hardcore Zombies. Unlisted public done. Category gaming. Rust. And then we come down and we say on save. You didn't publish, so we're going to stop you. And we're going to reload. Yep, and then we're going to start you again. I need to do that every day, but I don't remember. Maybe I'll just make like, yeah, maybe I'll make it like a cheap set. Boots, gloves, and a chest piece, but I don't know if there is a chest piece in here. Maybe. Is there, there used to be a chest piece in here, but maybe I recycled it, huh? Does that take off that? Yes, it does. Yeah, we'll just, you know, yeah, that's fine. And then, I also want, where's the fuel at? There. That'll do. And then, okay, fuel, metal, cloth. I want a miner's hat. Yep. And I want enough leather to make a chest piece, which is you. Yep, that should be starred. Starred. Oops, no. Are you starred? No. Star, 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 all of that stuff, yeah. And then you, and finally you are making that, yep. And we are fully clothed. My comfort is up, but I'm not healing. Yeah, I need you to actually, like, heal me. Yeah. And I'm going to put the rest of this away. Good. Oh, no. Put the rest of this away. No. Oh. I'm going to go recycle all of that shit. We're going to do a recycling run, I guess, to start the day. You and you. Anything that's worthless at all, honestly. I have a candy bucket here somewhere. You and you. I need to research that, I think, actually. Yeah. And then, you and you and you. I'll keep that, but, you, 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 you. You, and you. I'll do you, and we'll go and we'll throw these away. I'm gonna take you over you and put you up there, and you up there, and you up there, and we're gonna go to the gas station. I guess I'll take a med. Good, and then put it away. Oops, no, don't put it away. Just, yeah, there we go. And then, go, and we'll recycle that. Nice. One player on server. The other guy just logged immediately. That's good. It's early in the morning. Yep. EvE, FFXI, and Rust. Yeah, are we doing good here? Yeah, we're doing good here. This gun does not have fittings, so we will switch it out, as well as take bullets with me. Oh, look at that beautiful, beautiful M39. And if they build any bases, I'll just explode fucking right inside them. They give me the tool. It's awesome. So, yeah, we'll take you over you, and we definitely need some bullets. Yeah, you got bullets in here somewhere? Yeah, you do. Nice. Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Let's go recycle. Let's turn on a video because I feel like watching something. Did you start streaming yet? You did not. You were connecting right as we speak. Is I alt-tabbed? Because that doesn't seem like what you're doing. That doesn't really seem like what you're doing. Yeah, I don't think so. No. So that's okay. Anyways, I'm gonna come to the tab. Survivable. Gotta blow my nose. Okay. There we go. Okay. I come out and I'm the only player on the server and all the bases around me have crumbled. All the bases around me, all the comers, all the contenders, all of their bases have crumbled because I stole all the mats. It's like they farmed for me and brought the materials to me. Oh, now my tablet immediately froze. Like, immediately froze, huh? Oh, no, you didn't freeze. You didn't freeze. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's a good haul. Ah, 50 feels good. Shotgun trap's good. We'll recycle that. The audio is slightly too quiet. Like the 3? Yeah. Okay, let's load other things. Some services can log in which may affect some players. Okay. Are you being DDoSed or what? Ah, let's have some marijuana. That seems odd. Oh, I see. You fell? Yeah, you fell. Skunk number one. Skunk number one. Yeah. We're gonna do a new canister 6 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday. Yeah. 6 a.m. in the morning on a Sunday. 7 a.m. 7 a.m. It's been 20 minutes. Oh, yeah, baby. I do so much better when there isn't haters around. Fucking bullshit-ass cocksucker haters, you know? I do so much better when there isn't haters around. There's haters wherever I go. I put some grape juice over a water base, and we have juice. Juice. Wow. Killing zombies at 7 a.m. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do that for this. Do I have enough room? I don't. Ooh. E-bike. Oh, I have points, huh? Ooh, available points. Yeah, Buildcraft. Yeah, I'll take a point in that, yeah. My chair is pushed back. There we go. Let me get a paper towel. Good. You just couldn't do it, huh? Oh, no, you did it. You did it. Okay, good. Good software developer. You weren't incompetent this one time. Most of the time you're incompetent. I wish that the materials inside that box was good.
release a game and then like a month later add the anti-cheat anyways, which will just fuck the developer. And whether that entitles you to a refund, I think it might. It's a different story. But this is just one of those things where if you're a Linux game... Hello, guys and gals, me Mudahar, and ladies and gentlemen, video game companies absolutely hate Linux. Now, this might sound pretty hyperbolic, but ladies and gentlemen, to give you a quick idea,
they do.
The other day,
I hate
I
Linux.
noticed that Apex Legends decided to just randomly go out of their way, boot away the people that play on Linux. Now, to give a quick understanding, especially if you're new to the channel, but if you've been watching me for a while, even as of like a few weeks ago, you probably know that I'm a Linux lover, okay? I'm not just an enjoyer, I'm not just a user. I've been using Linux for a lot of years now at this point, and I made a fair amount of content on my channel showcasing how to switch to Linux, how to virtualize graphic cards in a Linux virtual machine, all right? You can run Windows underneath Linux and send your graphics card to it, okay? So if you wanted to keep Windows, the demonic presence, contained in its own little bubble, you can do that and get good graphics performance and play video games out of it. See, over the last few years, me and several other people have had a serious distrust of Microsoft Windows, and we've switched to Linux, all right? I think complaining about things is meaningless unless you're willing to actually make changes. So the change I made was I didn't trust Microsoft. I left. I switched to Linux, and I haven't looked back for years, right? So over the last couple years, Linux has made a lot of progress in basically playing video games. Nowadays, if you wanted to play a day one release, you literally can do so, okay? You know, playing games like Silent Hill 2, playing games like Cyberpunk 2077, playing a lot of these big releases with all of their graphical features working underneath Linux through translation layers like Proton provided by Valve is absolutely mind-blowing to see. But still, to this day, popular games like multiplayer stuff require things like anti-cheats.
The hell was that?
Now, anti-cheats have gotten so invasive that they've touched what is known as the kernel level, meaning that they are running at the most invasive part of your computer. Now, I personally think this shit is stupid. You should not ever give a video game the privilege of running that invasively on your system just for playing any online game whatsoever. I think it's unsafe. I think it's unnecessary.
Something just did 70. Something just did 70 damage to me with like I don't know what it was. Something just did 70 damage to me. See it from 89 to 24, but it doesn't even say what it was. It says NA to you. I don't even know what that is. The hell was that? I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't care. I don't care what it is. I'm the only one on the server. I have no idea what that is. What just happened? I have no idea. Whatever that was. I took a picture of it.
Don't know much about the stuff, and they're like, whatever, we gotta fight against cheaters, so might as well goat see my computer for everyone out there. Now, in the Linux community, you'll start to read stuff like, every time a game loses Linux support due to anti-cheat, some people here downplay it as if it wasn't that big of a deal. And I've seen it. For instance, when it came to League of Legends, someone comments Dota 2 is better. It's not that Dota 2 is better, okay? They're both crack addictions. It's that one of the biggest games just got removed from your platform. That's not a win. That's called losing ground. Roblox loses Linux support. Game is trash anyways with pedo I don't know about that last part though. We're gonna have to do a little bit more research on that one. But yeah, Roblox, pretty popular game, okay? Lots of people play Roblox. Probably shouldn't want to see that get lost. Grand Theft Auto 5, a game that I really enjoy playing online. I really still do. Yeah, guess they don't want my money. Yeah, Look, listen, it's called losing ground. Losing one of the most popular games of all time is not the win you think it is. It's something to alarm about.
Yep.
Apex Legends, fuck EA, never buying their games again, trash anyways. So, to give you an idea, according to EA, hey Legends, we're sharing today that
Hey,
Linux
Legends.
and Steam Decks using Linux will no longer be able to access Apex Legends. Our dev team wanted to provide a bit more context into this and share some of the decision-making process that happened along the way. As mentioned in our prior anti-cheat dev blog, competitive integrity is a top priority for our team, and there are many ways in which we're battling cheaters. This is one to add to the... Yeah, just fucking completely kill off an entire community. And you know, this is one of the things where I feel like, you know, why is it that these game developers and publishers can release these games or support them seemingly for these systems for however long it's convenient? You know, this is a free-to-play game. It contains microtransactions, battle passes, a whole bunch of monetizable elements. So it's okay for the Linux guys to jump into your platform, play your video game, and then...
But it's not okay to support them. But it's not okay to support them.
All of a sudden, you can just yoink that away and deny people access to their purchases.
I would say,
and
yeah, that's
playing
them.
their
That's
video games
the
right
developers
there.
that I know.
Switch to a console.
Yeah, I mean, that's the piece of shit cocksucker, fuck you, and your fucking ass developers that I know. You know? The developers that I know are worse than, I don't know, they're not worse than Hitler, but they're up there. They're worse than Jeffrey Epstein. They're worse than Jeffrey Epstein. They cause more damage, they cause more lives and more money. Like, I really think developers are pretty evil. They're like up there with, yeah, you know, Nazis and Jeffrey Epstein, I would say. They haven't caused as many lives yet, but they will. You know, they're you know, they're not too good. They're not too good. They're not good people, I wouldn't say. I mean, I hate to say it like that so meanly. I don't like how mean it sounds when I say it, but I would say software developers are the most evil force on the planet. Not because of video games either. Video games are the best thing that they do. I'm talking about all the other stuff, like Microsoft for military, the fact that my mother still might lose 3 hours a week on just Outlook, or, you know, what all the secretarial pools and all the people deal with and stuff. All that software, it barely works, and you sold it like it does, but it doesn't. That software should have been never more than $5. It barely ever works. I don't even think Windows should have been more than $5. I don't think most games should be more than $30. I think Elden Ring should be $30 because it still sucks. The best game of all time still sucks. It still sucks really bad. Elden Ring barely plays. It's barely optimized. I'm dead serious. It barely plays on most people's systems and stuff. Like, Elden Ring definitely is like the best game of all time. And I would say that it barely works. Oh, why aren't you firing? Let's try again. Okay, try firing next time when I squeeze the trigger. Jesus Christ. Fuck was that? I like getting up early in the morning and not being harassed by pieces of shit. I like getting up early in the morning and not being harassed by pieces of shit. I like getting up early in the morning and not being harassed by pieces of cocksucking shit. It's so nice. It's good. I just was going to wake up in the early morning anyways because I drank last night and I played Guitar Hero last night and I went to bed early. It was good. It was so good. Doing something other than this. I don't know if to do something other than this, but when I do something other than this, it's so fun. Got most of the loot around here. I guess I'll climb the... Well, I'll load another thing. I want to make a hammer. Oh, no, I have any wood, huh? Okay. Wow, I just pulled in like 600 cloth or whatever. Yeah, let's like get all the like mining around here, I guess. Yeah, I don't see any nodes, but I think there is. There is nodes around here, yeah. God, it takes forever to fucking, like, it takes forever to recycle now. Well, at least I have, like, the rest of the wipes reset. Ooh, milk crate. 10 shots to kill him. Why did the pigs have more health than the players? Where did all the fuel go? Well, I don't know. Ooh, it's a smoke signal. Go down now. Down now. Down now. Go. Immediately. Yes. Yeah, smoke signal, bitch. Yeah. I want to bust in that base up there because I think it's the stream sniper's base. He keeps spawning here and getting back here somehow. So I'm just going to go up there and I'm going to blow that door today. Now. I'm going to do it now. I don't know if I have enough sulfur, but I'm going to try. I'm going to make like, you know, what is that? Like 16 bean cans or whatever the fuck it is. I forget. But yeah. I'm going to go pop that door. I'm certain he's in there. I'm certain that's him. It's the only base that stood this whole entire time. And he shows up all the time and harasses me. I guarantee that's where he is. I'm going to shut him out of that.
Or install Windows, but I think it's a shitty thing to do, especially since the same publisher, Electronic Arts, has no real concern grifting and basically telling people,
they
hey
don't
guys,
care. Nope.
this Dragon Age the Veilguard, that's verified on Steam Deck. Isn't that so poggy-woggy? Isn't that epic?
No.
No, I think it's fucking scummy in every sense
Yeah,
of
it's
the
scummy
fucking
as hell.
word,
Yeah,
okay?
fuck you guys.
On
I don't
one
like
hand,
developers.
deny players.
Fuck the developers. Straight fuck them. I think Nazis and rapists are more respectable. F the devs. F them. I think Nazis and rapists cost less money and lives. Yeah, I mean, I said what I said. F the devs, F them. I think I think Nazis and rapists cost less money and lives and time. I mean, I said it. F the devs, F them. I think Nazis and rapists cost less money and lives and time. I mean, I said what I said. I think Nazis and rapists cost less fucking money and lives and time. I said exactly what I think. I think they do. Straight F them, you know? It's a mean comment, though. I'm going to delete it. But I mean what I say.
The ability to access their game here.
Unfortunately.
But hey, this one game, we know we can make some serious money off of the Steam Deck players and in some of the Linux community, so we'll support that, okay? It's scummy, okay?
Scummy.
We're going with great progress towards our fall launch date and can confirm early. So on one hand, yeah, you as a Linux player, as a Steam Deck player, would probably want to support something like Dragon Age, right? Hey, they support this, enterprising, amazing Linux handheld device. But then you got to remember, oh no, in this other group, they stuck a dick in our mouth and forgot about us. They completely left it out stranding. So I decided to look deeper into this, and of course, nuance is one of the things I like to talk about on this channel, so I went to their actual update. So this is from EA Mako, okay? Hey, Legends. What's happening?
Hey,
In
Legends.
reference to combat cheating in Apex, we've identified Linux OS, the whole umbrella term, as being a path for a variety of impactful exploits and cheats. So on one hand, it's not a big enough market to impact you, but I guess it's big enough that it's all just exploiters and cheaters. It's insane. As a result, we've decided to block Linux OS access to the game. While this will impact a small number of Apex players, we believe this decision will meaningfully reduce instances of cheating in our game. What about the cheaters that are just on Windows anyways? What about the cheaters that are, using third-party tools to modify memory on Windows devices? Like this, on one hand, it's not a significant portion of gamers in general, but it's significant enough to make a meaningful reduction in actual cheats? Like, that statement sounds weird to me. But again, Linux is used by default on Steam Deck, and there's currently no reliable way for us to differentiate a legitimate Steam Deck from a malicious cheat claiming to be a Steam Deck via Linux. So their decision-making process was the openness of the Linux operating system makes it an attractive one for cheaters and cheat developers. I would wager that a whole bunch of cheaters are still pretty much targeting Windows because it has the largest install base, but sure. Linux cheats are indeed harder to detect, and the data shows that they are growing at a rate that requires an outsized level of focus and attention for a team for a relatively small platform. So it's just not worth them to spend money to build a team to support that Linux side of gaming, which honestly, from a financial sense, probably makes sense because Linux isn't the largest install base out there. There are also cases in which cheats for the Windows OS get emulated as if it's on Linux in order to increase the difficulty of detection and prevention. So this sheds more light. Basically what they're kind of saying is people who play underneath Windows will just spoof that they're Linux users, so they may potentially get a weaker form of anti-cheat.
18 bean
It's not that anti-cheat solutions don't work underneath Linux. And Linux has easy anti-cheat and BattleEye, and there's actually guides that Valve provides that tell you exactly how to enable it if you're a developer.
No, I don't
At
need
times,
this.
you
I
can
need
literally
money.
phone up BattleEye or EA Easy
553.
Anti-cheat and tell them enable Linux support. But from my understanding,
never mind. No, I don't.
it produces a user mode version of the anti-cheat, which is not as effective as the kernel mode invasive, deep in your goddamn computer's bussy level of protections. Which is why some developers, especially for competitive shooters, opt maybe not to enable it, or they get a little wishy-washy about this. So that's what they're kind of implying, that Windows users who don't want to deal with the super invasive anti-cheat will get the game to trigger the more lighter anti-cheat so that they can use their scummy stuff against gamers. So we had to weigh the decision on the number of players who were legitimately playing on Linux and the Steam Deck versus the greater health of the population of the players of Apex. So yeah, while the population of users is small for Linux, their impact infected a fair amount of players' games. So yeah, apparently we're a small amount of people on their platform, but I guess the impact really infected a fair amount of the actual player games. So in order to eliminate the cheat vector, they made the decision to prevent access to the game for Linux users. Is there going to be any form of refunds or something of that nature to people who are playing on a platform just yoinked away? Probably not. To be fair, it might be worth inquiring with a legal mind to see what recourse you may have about that, personally speaking. But yeah, it's been such a problem lately with a lot of these multiplayer games that even Steam has had to come out and basically tell developers, if you're going to put this anti-cheat, this kernel level stuff, you have to notify gamers. But I don't even think that's enough, because sometimes you can release a game and then a month later add the anti-cheat anyways, which will just fuck the developer. And whether that entitles you to a refund, I think it might. It's a different story. But this is just one of those things where if you're a Linux gamer, you are not going to enjoy your time with multiplayer experiences, at least in this case. Now, obviously, there's a lot of bad people in the Linux space who produce cheats, right? For instance, this one scumbag group produces a cheat for Apex Legends that runs with Proton on Linux, using a Vulkan layer to render directly on the game's window. So there are cheats that exist that unfortunately use Linux in this case. And honestly, it's one of those things where I can't entirely fault a developer or a game publisher either. It's aggravating, it's angering, but really the blame for all this stuff lies with actual video game cheaters. They're the only reason why video games have gotten so invasive as they have just for basic operations, and it really won't be a situation that gets much better. Now, obviously, as a Linux user, one of the things that I say is you should always promote other developers that are nicer to the platform. Look, if you look at the global usage of operating systems, Windows is slipping. It's at 73%, which is still a lot of users, but Mac OS is 15.4%, which I think is a little higher than the last time I saw it. And Linux is sitting at 4.3% with an unknown at 4.6%. And Chrome OS, which might as well just get lopped into Linux anyways, is at 2.1%. So these numbers are growing, and they're growing at a rate that Linux users, if you told them 10 years ago that 4% of the world's desktops would be running with Linux, the Penguin on it, they would laugh in your face, okay? Fucking 17 years ago, I was looking at videos like this. Dudes trying to run the demo for Halo 1 underneath Wine. Now we can play modern AAA games day one underneath Steam just fine right there. And it's not just Steam, right? Like if you wanted to play other games, it's incredibly easy to get them up and running on Linux anyways. Like if you want to play multiple games that aren't from Steam underneath, you can. I installed indie titles like LSD Dream Emulator right underneath my
LSD Dream Emulator
Linux installation through a program known as Lutris. Super easy to set up. Takes literally a couple of minutes. I was playing
LSD Dream Emulator
underneath Linux with no issues, all right? And of course,
with no
World of
issues, yeah,
Warcraft
right.
runs flawlessly underneath Linux
No,
as well.
it doesn't.
Literally by installing Battle.net's
Well, no, I bet it
own
does.
Windows
Actually,
client.
I bet
now,
World of
even if
Warcraft
you go to
does,
websites like ProtonDB, which is an amazing resource if you're a Linux gamer, just to see if a game works, the most active games actually are getting better. Like Valve, who runs Steam and Proton by that account, or spearheads it, literally has a native version of Counter-Strike 2, meaning you don't even need to run translation layers. It just works. But it's bad when you look down and one of the second most played game, PUBG, which is borked, right? Literally the anti-cheat does not function. It's not that the game can't work underneath Linux. It can. Dude, if we're able to render shit in Cyberpunk 2077 perfectly fine, running PUBG, an Unreal game from my understanding, shouldn't be that big of an issue. It's just the anti-cheat that causes issues. Dota 2 works fine. Naraka Blade Point, Throne and Liberty. And then you get down to Call of Duty. Now, Call of Duty, super popular game. It's not a good win if it doesn't work underneath Linux. Now, Call of Duty has a kernel level driver. I run a virtual machine, it works underneath that. I think it can work underneath Linux if there's more of an effort put towards by companies like Valve. Now, even games like Grand Theft Auto recently, as of a couple days ago, said that the online started to work underneath Linux, which I'll probably edit into this video at some point, just to see if it actually does. If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But if it does, super cool, work done over by Rockstar, and especially BattleEye, if they're at least opening back up to the Linux community. So the anti-cheat problem, okay? What kind of an actual solution can we have in this scenario, okay? Because honestly, if you want Linux to succeed in this world, it needs to be able to do and reach parity with Windows, right? I've constantly seen in comment sections for my videos, it's like, yeah, Muda, I want to switch to Linux, but I play this one game like Rainbow Six or Call of Duty or League of Legends or something really popular. And that might be the only reason they have never switched. So the thing about it is if you want Linux to be successful, a lot of the people who are in this community kind of have to stop being elitist and rubbing their nose in this.
Yep.
If you want this community to work, it has to be as easy as Windows. And in a lot of cases, utilizing Linux is pretty easy these days, right? Look, getting Linux, you can get Linux Mint right now. I've made videos where I've talked about how to install, set, and get this going, and it works just as good, if not as easy, as Windows. You can install Ubuntu, and they come with guides
but
that
then
tell
you're
you how
stuck
to
with
install that too.
Linux.
If you're a gamer and you just want all of your gaming stuff out of the box, emulators, launchers, whatever, Bazite is an amazing distribution. One that's so good that I installed it into a computer in my basement and turned that into the Mudabox console, which literally is my gaming console. I install my games to it, I play them with a PlayStation controller as it was an actual console, and it works brilliant. My games sync, everything works. It's truly a work of fucking art. And it's so good that if you buy anything like a Rogue Ally or a Legion Go, you can install this and get all the functionality and fun of a Steam Deck in devices that might actually be better than this. But that's just beautiful. That's literally how easy it is to use now. And I think as Microsoft continuously makes their operating system more and more bloated, like if you look at all of what Windows is doing with all of its AI-powered stuff, and it's not just Windows, Apple is just as bad for that too, with Apple Intelligence trying to deepen that level of AI stuff into their operating systems. If you don't want this level of bloat, or you're at a point where you're looking up scripts like Win11 debloat to make your installation better for your hardware, then maybe it's a sign that you need to drop Windows, okay? There's no reason why these operating systems need to be this bloated or force this onto its user base. And with Windows constantly upping its system requirements, maybe some gamers with lower end rigs or mid-level rigs might find it better to switch to Linux for that performance benefit as well, all right? It's a lighter operating system, and if you're getting more frames, that's just better as a gamer. But I think the only way to go back to the solution that this is going to get solved is if companies like Valve implement a specific version of a kernel, a trusted version, right? Like imagine if Valve releases SteamOS with a kernel that, you know, is trusted by them, one that's made by them with no modifications, right? One that verifies its authenticity as you boot the system. I think then anti-cheat can then be solved by Valve working with these companies that maybe then can get a lot of these popular things to work underneath Linux as an operating system. The only way to get that number from 4% all the way up to like 10% in this lifetime is to be able to play ball and actually come with solutions where people from other operating systems will actually have a reason to switch over. Once they realize that Linux is good enough and right there, parity-wise, and it can run the same games, then it gives them the option to drop that Windows cord and switch over. And maybe there's some level of conspiracy by Microsoft to not let this happen, but I think Linux needs to be bigger. It needs to get stronger. It needs to be more usable for even the average gamer and the average person out there. It's not even just video games. If we can get to a point where software like Adobe Premiere or like, you know, these big level softwares that people still use Windows and Mac for, if that can work underneath Linux or have a native version, that will make it so that people actually can take this choice and not be using something that they hate every single day. But I'm extrapolating over here. Game companies and game publishers do not like Linux, all right? And they don't like Linux because at the moment it's not economically advantageous. But I really think Valve should try to do their best to make sure that these popular games can work so that more people jump over, that percent goes up, and at some point it gets large enough where game publishers and game developers can't really ignore this community anymore. And if you're somebody that's like, oh, fuck, I hate Linux so much, just switch back to Windows. This video isn't for you. This video is there to promote something that I believe is important, which is competition, which is giving people a choice, which is letting people control the hardware that they buy.
I think you're wrong.
Computer, don't you also want to make sure
I think nobody will go to Linux.
Trusted by you, and the software on it is tailored towards you?
Specifically because they've been there for, they've been on Windows for 60 years. It's like trying to get them to change sexuality or something. They're not going to do it.
Experience that at this point, even switching back to Windows,
I don't think they need
giving
to.
up some of the exclusivity and some of the cool technology that's on Linux, like those kernel virtual machines that I keep talking about, is just too tall of an order. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to make this talk because I saw it happening a couple days ago, and honestly, as a channel that espouses Linux, there wasn't ever going to be a way that I wasn't going to speak about it. But ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mudahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it.
It's weird because I had this open on my other page, and you moved it back to the monitor that I was watching. It's fucking weird. Alright, so you moved it back to my main monitor. Now, why did that happen? Because you dragged the wrong thing? You did. God damn, you're so bad at fucking design, piece of shit software developers. Oh, yeah, my volume is low. There we go. Sorry about that. Yep. And then we mute you. We go live. We go to mini player. You. Good. Okay. I don't think I need to do anything else on Rust. Or well, I could. I need high qual. I guess I will. No, I don't care about that, frankly. I'm the only one in the server, and I should take advantage of that and blow that door. But I mean, I don't care. I don't care if he keeps trying. It's been profit. He's done nothing but feed me. At this point, it would be strategically disadvantage to fight him, because he just keeps bringing me loot. Like he leaves me bases full of loot. Guns and stones and metal and stuff. It would be stupid. It's kind of like they are sulfur slaves. They're like stone and sulfur slaves. They farm for me and then they lose. And so I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave him with his position here in this neighborhood. Specifically because he'll just keep bringing me loot. The longer I leave that base up, the more loot will be inside. And then tomorrow or something, I'll go and bust that base. Maybe he'll farm more today. We don't know. But I mean, yeah, if you want to be a sulfur slave and farm for me, that's fine. You know, I'll let you. Yep. Okay, this comprises my Rust today. It was good to get all the work done really quickly. Oh, I have a... did I... Oh, no, I'm out. My potion's out. It's gone. Yeah, that's okay, though. Oh, I have 700 sulfur. Nice. I'll just process that, I guess. Good. Ooh. Let's go do that. I was hoping to catch it before I logged. And I was like, oh, I guess I don't get any Halloween today. Where is the pumpkin head? I don't know. I don't see it there. I don't have to get a lot of them, but I do want some of them. Is it in here somewhere? Yeah, there you are. I thought this was supposed to... I thought this was supposed to work, no? Oh, it doesn't work. Why? And you didn't do the helm either, did I? Oh, I did do the helm. Alright. Maybe it's that. Maybe that's messing it up or something. Oh, no, there. You just have to click. That's all. So... Ew. That's a medium loot bag. Collect 10 to upgrade to a large loot bag. Oh! Pump shotgun. Jackhammer. Oh. Oh. What's this? What was this? I heard you cross the water. Nice. Pump shotgun's really good for me right now. Yeah. Really good. This box is cursed. I will rid the neighborhood of its cursed dark presence. I'm sorry. Anything that man touched must go. Completely cursed. King shitter disease. King shitter curse. Everything he touches turns to shit. I should have tried for a large loot bag. Oh well. Ooh, I got some red shells. Do I have the BP for that? I don't know. Let's see. I don't think I do. I'm gonna go put this stuff by the door and log off. I swear to God, man. Whatever. Ooh.
Greetings, survivors and friends. FFXI here with all that's new in Rust development right now, and there's a lot going on, so excuse me if I miss anything out, but I do have some new visuals to show you in a bit on siege weapons,
Ooh, siege
shields,
weapons.
a new IO research bench, plus what it'll be for if it happens, the first sighting of the Tier 1 SMG, Rust Mobile,
Tier 1 SMG.
and more. But first,
You mean
stuff
the custom?
coming in the patch next week, and as you probably know, there'll be a gesture pack DLC with some new ones added recently, including Knuckles Crack.
Wow.
Conkles Crack. Oh dear. No. Loser, or Hell for Love, which might not make as much sense if you're a southpaw, and a non-vocal shh emote. Looks like someone watched my last vid. There's also the rock,
I can't
paper,
believe
scissors
you're doing an L emote. You're so stupid.
game gesture, which you can initiate and then another player can opt in to play with you. You're presented with a timed choice, and as long as you decide what to go with before time's up, then you'll either win, lose, or draw. Just remember, if in doubt, there is always a fourth option. And for those wondering, I can confirm these are all part of the DLC, and there won't be any free ones.
Oh,
Not
good.
even rock, paper, scissors, as far as I'm
Right
aware.
on.
Although I'm not sure if non-DLC owners will still be able to join in a Jan Ken Pon session if someone with the DLC initiates it, if that makes sense. Hope to find out soon. Wolf AI is coming in next week too, with all new
Wolf
behaviours as
AI.
shown previously, including being able to jump onto foundations to get at you, fleeing from fire, pack behaviour, howling to group up, and circling their prey, which they'll also do when hunting other animals. In addition, they're getting eyes that glow in the dark, and some new idle animations, including having a good old scratch and lying down, which
Having
for
a
some
good old
reason they
scratch.
need to do quite a lot. Must be dog tired. It looks like all the old rocks in monuments have been stripped out and replaced with new ones on staging, including round caves, so these should all be changed in the patch next week. But apparently the old rock assets will be sticking around in the files until at least December to give map makers a bit more
I
time
want to hear this
interact.
again. I'm going to do it again.
Greetings, survivors and friends. FFXI here with all that's new in Rust development right now, and there's a lot going on, so excuse me if I miss anything out, but I do have some new visuals to show you in a bit on siege weapons, shields, a new
Siege
IO
weapons,
research bench,
shields.
plus what it'll be for if it happens,
Ooh.
the first sighting of the Tier 1 SMG, Rust Mobile, and more. But
Rust
first,
Mobile.
stuff coming in the patch next week, and as you probably know, there'll be a gesture pack DLC with some new ones added recently, including Knuckles Crack.
Knuckles crack.
What? Conkles Crack? Oh dear. No. Loser, or Hell for Love, which might not make as much sense if you're a southpaw, and a non-vocal
Loser.
emote.
Is
Looks
what they
someone
mean.
watched my last vid. There's also the rock, paper, scissors game gesture, which you can initiate and then another player can opt in to play with you. You're presented with a timed choice, and as long as you decide what to go with before time's up, then you'll either win, lose, or draw. Just remember, if in doubt, there is always a fourth option. And for those wondering, I can confirm these are all part of the DLC, and there won't be any free ones, not even rock, paper, scissors as far as I'm aware, although I'm not sure if non-DLC owners will still be able to join in a Jan Ken Pon session if someone with the DLC initiates it, if that makes sense. Hope to find out soon. Wolf AI is coming in next week too, with all new behaviours as shown previously, including being able to jump onto foundations to get at you, fleeing from fire, pack behaviour, howling to group up, and circling their prey, which they'll also
Cool.
do when hunting other animals. In addition, they're getting eyes that glow in the dark, and some new idle animations, including having a good old scratch and lying down,
Aw.
which for some reason they need to do
Good
quite a
dog.
lot. Must be dog tired. It looks like all the old rocks in monuments have been stripped out and replaced with new ones on staging, including round caves, so these should all be changed in the patch next week. But apparently the old rock assets will be sticking around in the files until at least December to give map makers a bit more time to get their act together and make any necessary changes. IO entities are getting extra visuals to show ins and outs, and these will be shown both with a wiring tool in hand and on the deploy guides. This applies to all IO stuff, including water and industrial too. Clicking a mixing table recipe will auto add all the ingredients to the mixing table inventory in the correct amounts and locations, although it seems this isn't in yet. All wells will soon have their own shopkeeper, so you'll be guaranteed to find one. unless he's been killed recently, of course. There's an overhaul to the flashlight visuals coming, as you can see here, with a somewhat softer and less blinding effect, and you'll soon have to hold the button for 2 seconds to unclaim a bag. Shooting out CCTV cameras at monuments will now be a thing. It'll disrupt the signal from them by 95% for about 5 minutes, although they will still transmit audio. And there's a convar to set the time they're knocked out for, as shown here. P.S. This only applies to monument CCTVs, not player-deployed ones. Nearly done. The copy button's been added to the F7 report menu, which allows you to copy the Steam ID of a player you're going to report. Mining quarries and pump jacks will now show their animations from a lot further away, instead of only 100 meters as they are currently. Map markers now default to a number as their name, along with some convars, as you can see here, to control this behavior. And a rudimentary copy-paste function is on staging now. It's a bit buggy, and you can find all the convars for it if you type find copy-paste in console, but in essence, at the moment you can draw a box around what you want to copy with POS1 and POS2, and then you can copy, cut, and paste the selection elsewhere. You'll be able to copy everything, it seems, including deployables, NPCs, players, and vehicles, and hopefully it'll be getting some kind of UI, as it's not the most intuitive as it stands. Right, so on to what the team are working on.
I
in
need
the background,
fuel.
and
I
some
forgot.
footage is now surfaced of untextured models of the siege weapons, which we should be able to actually play with in the near future, it seems. And first of all, we have the ballista, which is made from a couple of big old leaf springs, in which we know will be firing its own spear ammo. Then there's the catapult, which looks like it'll provide some protection at the front for whoever's loading it, and that will take a couple of different types of
Why
older
is
ammo.
spear? What good
And
is
lastly,
that?
The battering
I need
ram, which has a digger
like
arm
a
for
battering
the
ram,
function, a driver's seat,
fuel
which is where
like
it'll be
a
operated from, and a ramp
bomb
at the
launcher,
back to a
and
compartment
a
which could accommodate a small Zerg,
catapult.
possibly.
I
There
don't
should
need a
also be a
spear.
siege tower, but that one hasn't been properly modelled yet, I think. All of these, as you can
Wow.
see, have wheels.
I
and
forgot that
will
I
be
got all these
transported
guns
to
back.
site
Yeah,
using
I'm gonna
cars
use
or
2 of
even
them.
horses, which can be hitched to them with some kind of tow rope, according to recent commits. Next, there are 4 different shields that have been dug up, and just remember, this is not final stuff. There are no textures here, for instance. There's a basic wooden shield, then a reinforced version with what looks like metal strips, an improvised shield, some kind of hubcap by the looks of it, and a metal shield with what looks like holes for peeking through, possibly. All of these will be equipped in the backpack slot, I believe, pulled out with a delay, will block damage, and will prevent sprinting and attacking whilst blocking with one. The Tier 1 SMG isn't available to play with just yet, but the icon for it has appeared in the files, so here's the basic look of the thing, which, as you can see, utilises parts from what would have been the modular weapon system. No other news on it yet, but hopefully it won't be long until it's play-withable. There's also now a new IO research table that has surfaced, which looks like this, and I have seen a bit of speculation as to what this could be for, but I can confirm the plan, if it does happen, as I must say it's currently subject to change, is to separate all items with an IO component, such as electrical, industrial, water, etc., into their own tech tree, and have it be accessed exclusively through this bench. This would mean both streamlining research for IO stuff for those who want to concentrate on it, and removing it from the other tech trees for those who don't. As I say, it's in a bit of a state of flux at the moment, so don't take anything I say here as gospel just yet. Let me know what you think to this idea in the comments below, please. In other works in progress, there are some new temperature teas coming soon to cool down and heat up players. There are new statuses in Rich Presence to show when friends are joining a server, and a primitive game mode is in development with different eras, such as primitive, medieval, frontier, and modern, each, it would seem, with their own tech level and thresholds as to what would be unlockable. Not much is known about this right now, but with siege weapons and shields, it would be nice to have that full medieval experience. In other stuff coming down the pipe, there's work on ice sculptures, no doubt a December item, and that will hopefully involve using the chainsaw. Lots of optimizations going on in the background, in case you were worried about that sort of thing not being done. A teleport to grid command for admins, as you can see here. And lastly,
Teleport to
a very
grid, cool.
interesting development in the mobile world. Tencent is currently
Tencent's gonna buy Rust?
phase for a game in China with the title Codename Outpost, which, unless it's a blatant Rust ripoff complete with suspiciously huge polar bears, is the first we've seen of an official Rust mobile offering, with the
Rust
translation
Mobile
touting
on
a
10
realistic
cent.
open-world sandbox mobile game with the tagline, "The only winning move is not to play." Survival, build, confrontation. I don't think the test is available outside China, as it seems it will only be on Android devices via the 10-cent Pioneer.
Oh, whatever happened to
Now,
that
in-game
airdrop?
Content is being kept under wraps. Or at
Oh, there it
least
is.
That's what they want.
I forgot all about that.
People,
Yeah.
of course. So, what do you think to that? Let me know, please.
Oh,
and any other
not
thoughts
too
you
good.
have on
That's
this
okay.
week's update vid. Leave a like and a sub to stay tuned and help me grow, please. You can join me on all the things to keep updated, including my Steam group, links in the description, and you can support this channel via Patreon, YouTube memberships, and super thanks. I shall catch you all soon. But in the meantime, keep
It
calm
wasn't very
and stay
good.
rusty.
Damn it.
Cheerio.
That was a good video.
For love.
L for love. L for love. Fuck the losers. F the devs. It's L for love. F the toxic devs. F the toxic devs. The L is for love. I don't have any room. Wait, maybe yes I do. Yes I do. Yes I do. Oh, really? No, I don't. No, I'll just go do this. Screw it. F the toxic debs. The L is for love. Woo! Bike is gonna kill me. Ah! What do you have? What do you have? Hey, you. Why are you running so fast? Stop that now. Okay. What do you have? Ooh, okay. But I don't need money. Yeah, okay, so you look like the lighter shade of gray. You have an 16X. Yeah, 16X is worth it, but it's 500 scrap. I'm not going to have 500 scrap soon, but I'll check in with you as I'm coming back if I see you. Here's my base. Is it still here? Yeah. Oh, no. I guess somebody raided. That's okay. No, somebody raided and then went to the wrong part of it. They're so dumb. Look how dumb they are. Somebody raided this. They thought the TC was here. I mean, I suppose I've got to drop all this and fix it, I suppose. But I mean, does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. There was nothing in that furnace. No. Oh my god, you're so dumb. Whoever that is, that's not the stream sniper. That's somebody else. That's somebody else who's dumb, who's desperate. They think raiding is going to get them ahead here. Raiding isn't going to get you ahead here. Just playing the game is. Just playing the game will. Yeah, raiding isn't going to help you here. You have to actually do the server. You can't just raid your way out of this. You guys are so bad at this. Like the zombie server definitely proves that a lot of these people are bad. They're like full-blown bad. The zombie server just susses them out. It's hilarious. It susses them out immediately. If you're actually bad, the zombie server will eat you. Happens all the time. They didn't have the resources to keep going through. They're like, fuck, I got the wrong side of it. No, yeah, you got the wrong side of it, dummy. I mean, I don't know. I would have known that the TC is not right here. I would have known. Because of this, I just would have been like, yeah, there's no way the TC is right here because he's jumping in up here. And he wants you to go all the way to the end, but no, it's hilarious. You know, a base of doors is actually kind of funny. A base of doors is hilarious because they don't know where the TC is. They have no idea. It actually worked. Look, it actually worked. A base of doors is actually a lot better than I thought it was, especially a wood base of doors. Maybe I should go do this design on a really busy server now. This design is so good. It's like actually good. Because they don't know where to blow. Maybe they get one door to TC. Maybe you put the TC upstairs. You could put the TC upstairs. You could just build this, do the jump up and build the TC upstairs with walls where they can't see it. And do a base of doors. See, well, no, base of doors on a busy server doesn't work. It's hilarious. It does work here, but it doesn't work there because the minute that you exit the base, there'll be some camper there. They see a base of doors and it's like crack to them. They'll come. They'll immediately come. But the base of doors works on low pop. It works on low pop. It saved me from a raid. Look, it's hilarious. They don't know where the TC is. They're like, I mean, I would have known. I would have known if I was rating this where the TC was. I would have been like, nah, if he's jumping up here, then the TC is as far from here as it possibly could be. If he's doing the jump up here, right, then the TC is going to be here because the jump up's there. There's no way you would put the jump up by the TC. It's just sort of, I don't know, a good Rust player would have known. Like, this is somebody who's new to the game. Somebody who thought that they would just burn their way in. They've got like 1,000 hours or something like that. And they thought they would just burn their way in here and take everything I have here. No, you're dumb. You're dumb. I even like marked the door as the entrance now so you guys understand. The door, the TC's right here. I don't care if you take this base from me. The TC's right there. You're dumb. You're like full-blown dumb. I don't care if you take this base. That's why I made it a base of doors. I don't care. It's just there to like hide me when I go AFK while I'm chopping trees near fucking bandit camp. It has no value. There's nothing in it. There's no guns or loot in the TC. There's nothing. Anyways, it's kind of funny, like, you know, and they're not watching the stream right now. I'm just saying. Oh no! Now I've lost my bike, and I might not ever find it again. Where's my bike? Oh no! Am I ever gonna find this bike again? Did I leave it on the road? Oh god! Fuck is that? 2 people. What's your name? What's your name? Can't see. Hello. Well, I don't know if he knew who I was, but... Okay. Gonna, switch games here. Gonna go to, Starfield. Gotta change the title. See, the person that you just helped will shoot you in the back. It's hilarious. Rust is like the most human game I've ever played. And I don't fault him for it either. I would shoot me too. I would shoot me too. I would immediately like, oh, it's a target, kill it, right? But no, he knows that's me. It's funny. He knew that was me, and he shot me anyways, which is kind of funny. It's like, yeah, I helped you. Yeah, I helped you. What? I'm a nice person. I'm nicer than anybody else you know. I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet, unless you cross me. Don't cross me, and we're good. You know. Starfield. I want to try hardcore. I want to try hardcore today. I just was very tired last night. Starfield. 88 viewers. Starfield hardcore. 4 viewers. Not bad. Right on, right on. Okay, so we're going to go to new today. Load. Exit saves. Yeah, you're going to do a separate save, are you? Okay. So I want to go to settings. I want to go to gameplay options, and I want to... Well, I suppose I need to turn the mod on first, I guess. We will go to creations and turn death on and try to do a hardcore save. And I'm not doing the story on hardcore. I'm just playing the game. That's it. I'm going to build a base. I'm going to play it like Rust. Forgot what I was doing. There we go. See, restore load order. Gonna change the titles here. Sorry guys, the Rust content's ending. If you were watching Rust, you could, you know, it's cool if you want to bounce. You know, I'm changing over to Starfield, guys. Terribly sorry. It got toxic, so I left. The minute it gets toxic these days, I blame the developers in the game, and I just leave. I'm just like, yeah, it got toxic, I'm leaving. And then the minute it gets toxic. They can be pieces of shit by themselves, as far as I'm concerned. You know, it got toxic, bye. Bye. You know, like, bye. The minute it even gets remotely toxic, I just leave these days. I'm like, it got toxic, bye. Blank screen? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's beautiful. Okay. Oh, yeah, I have 2 accounts. Yay, I can play 2 accounts. My second account is better than you'll ever be. Ooh, it's about to be Fire's Day. I'm gonna, So, what are we doing here? We are logging in both accounts. We are hauling on one and we're farming on the other. So, let's see. Do I need a booster? No, I don't. We're going out to farm ice. Yeah, ice. Welcome to Sloop John B. My grandfather and me. Round our town we did roam. Sheriff Johnstone, won't you leave me alone? Yeah, yeah. This is the worst trip I've ever been on. But I have to go into creations and I have to turn on hardcore. This other game is being loud.
Connecting.